Thank you very much, Tom. Indeed, we're in Lodwar, that is in Turkana County, and at the Crado Tented Camp Hotel is one of the venues where there will be side meetings, of course, bringing, or rather ushering in the Turkana Cultural and Tourism Festival. And as you rightly pointed out, the Turkana community is one of the indigenous communities in the country that have been able to preserve their culture in a big way. Right now, I'm joined by the Chief Administrative Officer in charge of Culture, Arts and Heritage. His name is quite a mouthful. Lemi Ojerewoya Mak Abayo Apa Murangura. Why? What a name. How are you doing?
Sure.
You're very much welcome. Let's talk about this festival. To start us off, what is the significance of the Turkana Cultural and Tourism Festival?
Cool. Thank you, John. Culture and heritage are great, or the big drivers of tourism. And for those who do not know where they came from and where they are and where they are going, then they have no roots into their culture. We celebrate our tradition, our beliefs, and our norms in a magnificent way, because we know that so many folks have lost touch with their cultures. But we, because we are still solid and proudly most being the cradle of humankind, then we want now, this hour, to bring the whole world to come back and celebrate their origin. And for your case, I'm sorry to say that, today is Utamadun Day. In the US, they're celebrating the Indigenous Day for the whole world. Come on. Yeah, sure.
Absolutely. But when you talk about Turkana, help us understand, particularly on the investment of the county government of Turkana towards the cause of the preservation of the culture of the Turkana people.
Thank you. Turkana Cultural and Tourism Festival is a flagship that the founders of those think tank who sat down to plan for this day, they had a deliberate and very honest intention that this could be a very generative or economic, an economic activity that can really change the nature of that notion that the Turkana is always the poor, So we felt as a government that why don't we invest in our culture, because we are still rich and solid. Why don't we invest in our culture?
And we'll talk about culture in a bit, but I'm just wondering, probably before we get to the investment of a culture, typically when this festival begins, what does a Kenyan watching on TV, or probably who will be able to just access a cultural center, what do you expect? What should a Kenyan expect on the material day?
Never miss it. It was just so magnificent. It's magic in this festival. Because one, you are able to invest in it, but there's a lot of businesses taking place. That's the BF activities that will be undertaking. Can you imagine? The cross-border business will be on its main peak. Then bring again the regional aspect of it and the national investment of the economic boost. In a robust way. Bumps up into this event. So there's a lot that you can really get. Then the pleasures. You can imagine an event where you can go, you cannot go many distances. But now it's a thrust on because of your good roads. You cannot regret anymore again that you're traveling to Turkana. We have flights coming in. Then why don't you come even tomorrow? Because flights are available. The roads are okay now. We have the highway, the super highway. bigger than even bigger than and very very strong than even the thick highway. So I intend in a beautiful way and warmly that invite the whole world to come and celebrate. There's a lot here. When from sports, you can also have there. You can come do the excursions in a very limited. Which is the other words, pocket friendly.
Pocket friendly.
You say that there's a lot. You can imagine coming back home without paying any 10 cents. Just to marry what the president said the other day, that very soon we will denounce asking folks to come pay visa to come home. Yeah, beautifully, that's what we are doing as the Turkana community. Say that we will be celebrating this event so that all world, every one of us can come back home without paying any coin. You know.
Of course, coming for this event, like Apangurangura says, is coming back home, this being the cradle of mankind. But let's take this conversation, Father, talk about investment that you had alluded to. Let's talk about monetization, particularly for the folk in Turkana County. What opportunities are available for them when it comes to monetization of the Turkana culture?
Wow. Thank you, John. There is a lot because of culture itself. When you remember about the traditions, the norms, the beliefs, and the practices that one can really invest in. You being not only a Turkana, you can invest in Turkana. You can invest in wood carving. You can invest in glass. Glass making. You can invest in blacksmith. You can invest in basketry. You can invest in ushanga or beadwork aspect of it. You can also do the apparels, or you can do the leather aspect of it. When you look at all of our apparels here, we do endure our livestock, and we don't throw away our skins. We turn those skins into our clothes. So why can't one invest? Having a factory of leather, where we can turn leather into usable and within the contemporary world aspect of it. Why don't you come? We make glass beadwork here in Turkana. It is possible because everyone endowns beadwork. Tomorrow, as I tell you, tomorrow all of us will be beaded up, because anyone who will not have a bead tomorrow, then he's not in the culture itself. You see what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
On the deliberate efforts by the Turkana County government to help the Turkana community invest or monetize their culture. Are there deliberate efforts by the county government?
We have.
Okay.
We have a program called Ushanga Initiative through the county government. The county government, through its assembly, has always allocated good funds for the community so that we can practice that beadwork aspect of it. It's what our women, young men, for your information, it's only Turkana where men and women do beadwork, less than the Maasai where it's only women aspect of it. Through this, our women are able to tell their stories. Then we have also the basketry aspect of it. We are also investing good allocations of monies into basketry formations. Remember very well last year when we attended the expo in Dubai 2020, the Turkana basketry was the best, and this can be affirmed by Ushanga Kenya and tourism departments nationally, because we are the best products which were showcased in Dubai.
Fantastic. I want you to use that camera and invite everybody to the festival.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. My people, my brothers and sisters, on behalf of the governor of Turkana, His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Lomorkai Napotkan, I do invite you to come back home. Karibuni nyumbani. Tobong lore. Come and celebrate Oh, yeah, yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And of course, you can tell it will be 4 days of fun and enjoying the Turkana County, rather the Turkana people culture and their tourism. And so you can make your way here. It is pocket friendly. Like he says, right now I want to hand you over to Gil.